everybody. So today we're going to be talking about how to view assignments, discussion boards, and your calendar in Canvas. And so if you are going to be taking a class that does not have a Zoom meeting, so that means you have to work independently, being able to identify where your assignments are and where your homework is going to be very important, just so that you make sure you're not missing anything. And so I always recommend students start over with the assignments tab. So this is a quick way for you to check and see what's due. However, it's very important that you don't just rely on this. And what I mean by that is, for example, let's go over to our modules. So if we go over to our modules, usually instructors will name these maybe like week 1 and they'll have the date here. And so you're going to see this is all of the things that you'll need to complete for that module. And so these pages are things maybe you need to read or videos you need to watch. And then the due dates here are the assignments. However, discussion boards usually don't have the assignments listed right there. So it'll be very important that you go over here and you open it. And once you open it, you'll be able to see, sometimes the instructor will say, respond by this date, and this is a way you can check that. And so with the discussion boards as well, another thing you'll notice is that you can go over here to the discussions tab. And when we click on that, it'll tell us the due date right there. So it'll say, available till this day, or this is the last day you can turn in a discussion board. So make sure you're going over to modules first. And then a quick way to see something, if you want to see when your things are due, you can, quickly check that out by going to assignments or discussions. Another way to check when your assignments are due is by going over to the calendar over here. So if we go over to the calendar, we're going to see that these are some of the assignments that are due. And again, you'll notice the discussion boards aren't on here. So that's why it's important to also make sure you're checking that discussion boards tab. And we're going to see it's green. So that means it's for the college to career class. And as you have different classes, the different colors will be here. And then you'll notice this one's already striked out. So this one's striked out because I already completed it. And so that's a nice feature of Canvas, is even if you complete something, it'll keep it in here for you so you can see what you've done. And one last way to see what your assignments are is to look at your syllabus for your class. And so in the syllabus on the last page, it's going to have the class schedule. And so that class schedule is going to tell you when everything is due and, what the assignments are. And so if you have any questions, though, you can always contact your instructor, and I would really encourage you to do that ahead of time. And so as you'll notice, there's a lot of different ways you can check your assignments. It'll be important just to practice and get familiar with this so that you can find a way that's most comfortable for you when school starts.